Okay. Welcome to Agency School. My name is Kala Luka. I'm the founder of Agency School and Phoenix Media Grow Marketing Agency, which is also now a software company. And at first, the reason I started an agency was because the agency business model was, quite frankly, one of the easiest business models to start, and it was the easiest to scale, especially when you do more research and find out that every single company needs one form or another of digital marketing. So what students will expect from this journey with agency school is you are going to learn exactly the skills that you need in order to thrive in this digital world, and to also make your own personal finance, your own business. You are going to learn the skills that are going to enable you to run your own online business. All right. So the things that you're going to expect is you're not going to expect this to happen within a week, or you're not going to expect this to happen within a month. But the more you learn, the more you act on what you're going to learn in these courses, the more you are actually going to start to see results. Because Phoenix Media Grow originally started about 5 years ago, but in those 4 years rather, we didn't quite sign any clients. But it was just the whole idea of the business that came 5 years ago, and a few outreach efforts to try and grow the business. But of course, it failed because I didn't have the correct guidance. But since you have the correct guidance, you expect to get the results a bit quicker. So why should you finish the entire course? It's because every single thing that I'm going to teach you in this course is going to help you one way or another in terms of starting your agency, building it, and signing clients. Even just the potential pitfalls that you could potentially find yourself in. What is a marketing agency? A marketing agency is a service-based business that tackles digital services to big and small businesses. All right. So who needs marketing, right? Businesses, right? And businesses have the most amount of money when it comes to customer base. So if you sell to businesses, the difference between selling to a human being and the difference between selling to a business, the difference between selling to a human being and a business is, with a human being, you're going to have certain personal constraints. Like sometimes people may not have the budget for the thing that you're selling. Sometimes people may not originally even need what you're selling. But when it comes to selling to a business, once they have the budget for marketing in their business, once you reach out to them, automatically with the same marketing budget, you expect to get paid generously, because business do keep larger amounts of money than individual human beings. All right. So why businesses pay agencies? I'm sure some of you do wonder to say, why is it that a business can take their money and give it to an agency? It's because of the value that agency provides. What value does that agency provide? Like when it comes to growing the business or taking it further, what value does an agency provide to that business? Because the amount of money is directly linked to the value that you provide. Okay. So, for example, if you run ads or create websites, the value that you give to your business, the business that you're working with, is visibility, is a whole portfolio, and that's basically it. You drive value to businesses, and that's the reason businesses pay to agencies. So, I'm going to talk on why agencies are some of the cheapest business models to start, right? So the reason agencies are the cheapest business model to start is because you don't require any upfront inventory or capital to start up in the first place. All you need is the right knowledge and the right tools and the know-how, which you are getting in today's video. All right, the only thing that you basically need is your social media and a few artificial intelligence tools. So, giving a bit of examples of modern agencies at the moment, we have Phoenix Media Grow, which is my agency currently. There was that agency that Susan Mulongoti used to run. I don't really remember the name. And then we've got IG Media by Iman Gaji, and we've got hundreds and hundreds of marketing agencies all around the world. But of course, here in Africa, there is a huge deficiency in them, and that is one of our highest competitive advantages. All right. So the mindset that is required in terms of starting an agency, running it, and actually scaling it, you need to look at running an agency like powering a sports car, right? It doesn't really matter the business model. What matters is the person, the driver behind the sports car. The business is the vehicle. The driver is you, the person who opts to run that business. So the mindset that you should have is the person that you are, your state of mind, what is going on within you and around you is exactly what is going to reflect in the business. Your mindset should be input equals output, all right? Especially when you're first starting. People just tend to start running an agency. Okay, not necessarily running, they'll just start an agency and then expect it to start receiving customers and to expect it to get a name. That's really not how it works out here. The first thing that you need to do is set your mindset straight. You need to know that running an agency is running a business, and it's never going to be easy. It's going to take some time, and you are the driver behind the business. Your mental state is going to reflect directly into the business that you are running. All right. So, lesson 3, why agencies beat most businesses. Why I choose the agency business model. The reason I choose it is because, one, there is no inventory, no warehouse, no employees, especially at the beginning, low startup costs, high margin profits, can run from your phone, and you can start while you're either in school or employed. All right? These are all things that make the agency business model one of the most lucrative business models, because it's got a low startup cost margin, it's got a low margin for startup cost, and on top of that, it can be balanced around other activities that we may be into, like school and work and other responsibilities that we have in our lives. The agency business model is the best business model that can slide right in. All right. So lesson 4, we need to go into choosing your service. All right. So I need to emphasize this. Beginners must not sell everything. They always need to start from selling one thing. And usually that one thing comes from the experience that you have around that thing. Like, for example, website creation, graphic design, video editing, social media management, running paid ads, branding. Focus always wins, especially when starting. You need to pick one of these. All of these are separate skills that you could learn, and they are separate skills that you could actually master. But before you start doing what Phoenix Media Grow does, where we offer a huge array of services to the point where we're now a software company, that needs to wait. You need to focus on doing one thing, and I would highly recommend that when you're starting, you start with websites. It's the most not the most scalable, because a lot of the times you're just going to be charging a one-time fee for a website, but it's still a brilliant way to increase your monthly income as an agency. And then from websites, maybe you could go to graphic design. You could learn from even my own videos. I'm going to teach you how I do it. You know, you can learn all of these same skills, but I highly recommend that you start with one, you get good at it, and then after you get good at that one, you can start to offer a different variety of services. So, when you focus on one service, you're going to get exceptionally good at it to the point where a client can actually pay you over and over again. And that is one of the things that people overlook. It's not only about selling to a client, it's about being able to get that client to come back to you over and over again, or even tell their friends about you, about how good your services are. You know, you get referrals that way. So with this order, I would talk about, first you need to start from websites, then you learn graphic design, and then maybe you can slowly start to work your way up to learning Facebook ads. But this can go however you like. If you want to learn Facebook ads first, then be my guest. The only thing that I'm trying to say is that the easiest service to offer to businesses concurrently is website development, and in one of these courses I'm going to teach you how I do it. Okay, so lesson 5, creating your agency. All right, I recommend starting creating your Facebook page, you know, to bring your agency to life, to say, okay, this is where my agency is, right? Instead of it just being some kind of invisible business. You create a Facebook page, you add your logo, you know, you fill in your business information, like, you know, if you've got a physical location, or maybe just the services you offer, you know. With the logo, the thing that I'm going to tell you is you can use ChatGPT to create your logo. All you have to do is tell ChatGPT, one, the name of your agency. I don't know how you are going to choose your name, okay? There is no particular order in how you can choose a business name. It can just literally be something that you think of out of the blue, to say your name plus your service, like Chander Designs or something, you know what I mean? Or yeah, something like that. That's how to pick a name, basically. And you know, you also need to use ChatGPT to create your cover photo. And the way your cover photo should be created is it should contain your logo, which is on your profile picture, and then showcases the pricing of the services that you offer. I recommend that as the best way to create your cover photo. All right? So that now that we have that out the way, congratulations, you have a business. Like, or you officially have a business. Like, that's it. You create the Facebook page, create the logo using ChatGPT, create the cover photo using ChatGPT, and then from there, congratulations, you're a business owner. All right? So, lesson 6. Making your agency look real. Number 1, not only do you need to create a logo, you need to create a professional logo. All right, you create an actual professional logo that attracts people. It shouldn't be so colorful or whatever. Anyway, it depends with your own taste as an agency owner. But I would highly recommend that as you create your logo, it actually represents your business well. Your logo should not be overly colorful, and at the same time, your logo should not be overly dull. It should be something that should be memorable, easily copied, you know what I mean? Easily pasted on buildings and the like. That's exactly how your logo should be. Then, secondly, to make your agency real, you need a professional email address. As a professional email address, when you get to the level where you're doing email marketing, when you send emails to local businesses using a personal email, your email might end up in spam, or it might not even like show up on the main panel where the business owner gets emails. All right, so when you create a professional email address, any email that you send to a business owner is officially going to reach as verified. You understand what I mean, right? It's not going to arrive as scam. It's not going to arrive as spam. It's going to arrive as something that a business owner can see up front, click. All right? And as you send emails in email marketing. I'm going to teach you that when it comes to email marketing. As you send these messages, you need to make sure that you add a nice headline, a nice title, something that prompts the person, the recipient, to open the email. All right. So from there, that's exactly how it is done. Now, let's talk about your WhatsApp business. Your WhatsApp business is one of the biggest tools in ensuring that you are signing clients the right way. You need to optimize your WhatsApp business in a way where your profile picture should be your agency logo, your cover photo should be your agency cover, and on top of that, you need to write down the services that you are currently doing or the service that you do. Like, we create websites for gyms, or we design graphics for beauty salons. You know what I mean? When you're first starting out, I would highly recommend starting off to offer one service to one business model, because this is the way in which you can actually gain experience and actually start signing a wide variety of customers. All right. Excuse the background noise. Let's talk about, apart from your Facebook page and your WhatsApp business, let's talk about your business cards, right? There was this one time I attended the physical, and surprisingly, one of the members of staff that side said, "Oh, unfortunately, you can't speak to the manager, so I would like to remain with your business card." And in my head, I thought to say, business card. Right now, we don't have business cards. But of course, I did not directly tell her that. I told her in a sense where we're out of business cards, but you understand the importance of business cards, because once you leave your business card in an office, even in a time where you're least expecting it, certain business owners actually go through their files and they'll be more than likely to call you back for a meeting simply because you left your business card and it actually stipulates or highlights the service that you offer to basically what your agency is about. So business cards, very important. Another thing that can make your agency look more professional is a simple website. All right, depends with the intensity of the type of person that you are. You can create a simple website just to showcase a few of your services, or you could create a more complex website like the Phoenix Media Grow website. If you've checked out our website, it's a bit complex in that sense, but we did that for a purpose. It's because we want our clients to actually see exactly what we do, because we offer a wide variety of services. We didn't start the first day, but of course, as we learned more skills, we got to increase in the amount of the amount of services that we offer to our clients. Okay? Now, lesson 7, very important. You need to have a portfolio, your first portfolio. Your portfolio is going to be your college degree in this sense, okay? If you're going to attempt to run the agency business model without any formal education, you're going to need a portfolio to showcase what you can do. This is what is going to stand as your college degree. You know what I mean? For example, when you walk up to a business and you say something like, "We offer web development to your type of business," all right? The first thing that they're going to ask you is, the first thing that they're going to ask yourselves, the first thing that they're going to ask themselves before they even ask you is this person capable of is this person capable of delivering the services that they are promising? All right? What makes me so sure that this individual who is promising to turn my business around can actually do what they promise? That is where your portfolio comes in. I mean, if you have a college degree, that is fine, but at the same time, even if you do have a college degree, you need to have certain evidence that you can deliver on the results that you are promising, like a portfolio, like your past version of work. the best way you can upload your portfolio is on a Google Drive. So you can send them just a Google Drive link in which they can see the pictures, videos, and links to websites that you have created. All right. With that being said, this wraps up the module 1. This wraps up the module 1 of Agency School.